This is both directions for our solution and for how to mix the Growpito sim mix, so we will get to that when we mix the sim mix. For the sim mix and for the solution, you need a drill with a paint palette on it, paddle, our Growpito microbes, pH down, and our fertilizer of choice. I'm going to fill the tote half full of water, and we're going to make half doses each time. I have a pH EC meter. You just need to have a pH meter. EC is helpful. If you don't have an EC meter, you're going to do your fertilizer at full strength according to what the label says, and you have to know how many gallons that you put in here. If we use EC, I'm going to measure the water. And the water is going to go back down to 4. Nope, it's going to fluctuate. EC is about 5.0 to 5.7. So when we put fertilizer in, we want to take that to a 1.54. That settled out on 0.4. I'm going to go with 1.4 for my fertilizer. I'm using the drill to mix up the fertilizer and make sure it's within the whole mixture. Then I'm going to test my EC. We were shooting for 1.4 and we are at 1.1, so we need a little more fertilizer. I put 2 capfuls in, and I'm reading 1.37. I'm going to add 1 more capful. Mixing that up again. I'll test. .45, so 1 whole AC above our tap water. We're going to add pH down at a rate of, we want to take the pH down to 5.5. pH is 5.9, so I have to add a little bit more because we're going to shoot for 5.5. Okay. The last thing we have to add in is the Growpito beneficiaries, microbes, and fungi. And it's 1 tablespoon per 10 gallons. We have a little over 10 gallons, so we're going to put in a little over 1 tablespoon.
You're going now.
The process needs to be repeated each time that you add new solution to the mix, and at least every 4 weeks. I'm going to test both pumps, see how they're working. Little one's working fine, and it's got enough oomph to just sit on the bottom and keep the water stirred. And that one's going to run 24/7. Now we're going to test the other one, see how much it shoots up in there. And that's a decent amount of flow to fill this up before it empties out. And we'll just have to time it to see how fast it fills the pump up, or the reservoir up. Where's it going back down that hole? Time it. To fill half full, we're going to time it off to see how many seconds it needs to run before it drains back down. Good enough. What's the time?
2 minutes.